Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to do an overview of my classic Doctor Who DVDs. Starting off in the William Hartnell era, we have Lost in Time, which is a collection of episodes from stories that aren't complete. As you know, or you probably do if you're a Doctor Who fan, a lot of the early stuff was ditched, and this is a 3-disc set that collects together some of the first and second Doctor episodes that are no longer full stories. Probably one for completists only, but a very good DVD. Then we have the beginning box set, which features 3 stories. First up, An Unearthly Child, the first story. A very good start to the Doctor Who series. Next up is the iconic The Daleks, the second story, and really the story that put Doctor Who on the map. Very good story, that one. And very little scene, 2-parter, Edge of Destruction, that completes that first box set. Next up we have the Aztec Special Edition. Very good story. A very nice 2-disc set. Improved picture and sound quality and a whole host of extras. Really well worth getting that one, the Aztecs. And the Sensorites. I really enjoyed this story. Really good. I really like the aliens. I thought they were very well realised. As usual, full of extras, and another really good black and white. And one of my personal favourites, I do like the history ones, Reign of Terror, very good. Excellent artwork on this one as well. A very good story, I love it. And then Dalek Invasion of Earth, a 2-disc set, very good, this one. This was of course made into a film with Peter Cushing as the Doctor, but you've got to go for this version. It's really good. Enhanced CGI effects on that one as well. Web Planet, another good one. A bit too ambitious for what they had really, but well worth seeing. And another favourite, the old Time Meddler with Peter Butterworth as the monk, who, unlike the Doctor, actually likes to mess with time. Not a bad story, that one. And then probably one of the strangest, the Gunfighters. Some really bad American accents in it. The cliffhangers aren't cliffhangers, and there's this really odd little song that goes all the way through it, connecting the story. Yeah, quite a strange one, that. And then the last one that I've got, and the last of Hartnell, is The 10th Planet. A game-changing story, this one, with the regeneration at the end and the brilliant Cybermen, which you might have guessed are my favourite villains. This is a very good story. I think this one's got an animated episode or 2 to fill it out, and it's really well done, like that. And that brings to end the first Doctor. And then we go on to the second Doctor era. My favourite Doctor. I grew up in the early 60s. I do remember seeing Patrick Troughton's Doctor. More of vague memories than specifics. I certainly remember the Web of Fear story set in the underground. Found that very scary. But yes, he's long been my favourite. And we start with The Power of the Daleks, which is a completely animated story due to the fact that it was ditched and all they had was the audio. It's quite well. It's a pity they didn't have a bigger budget and really do some fantastic animation, but it does bring the story to life and accessible for a lot of people. And we have The Underwater Menace, another slightly weird one, again very early. there was a couple of episodes, and then I think the rest of it is animated. Not the best, but worth having in your collection. And then we have the Moon Base with the Cybermen back again. Really like this one. Really good story. Very well told. Really enjoyed it. Cracking set of extras again. And I think there is the odd animated episode on that one. My most recent one, which was a present from my son, probably so as he could see it as well, Macra Terror on Blu-ray. This is another one that's completely animated, but it does give you a black and white or a colour story, so that's quite a good idea. Again, not the best story out there, but nice to see it. And we have the classic Tomb of the Cybermen special edition, this one. Cracking story, very good. I probably saw this as a child because I do remember the Cybermats. Again, enhanced picture and sound on this special edition, and a boatload of special features. That is a definite one to watch. Very good. The Ice Warriors, probably my second favourite classic villains. Again, very well realised. A very good story, a bit slow in places, but well worth a watch because it does introduce the Ice Warriors. Another very good story which was found in recent years, thought to be completely lost. Enemy of the World, in which Patrick Troughton takes two roles, the Doctor and Salamander. A very good story, really well done. I really enjoyed that, and that segues straight into the Web of Fear. This was another lost story. I found most of it. I think a couple of episodes, maybe 1 or 2 episodes, are with telesnaps. Not very many special features, unfortunately, but that is a definite one to watch. Then we have the Dominators with the Quarks. Not the best story out there, quite slow in places. Just basically you got that because it's Patrick Troughton, and I'll watch him in anything. The Mind Robber, a very good story, very well realised. A few decent extras on that one. Again, another story that's a must see. Then the excellent The Invasion, the Cybermen again. 2-disc set, very well done. A couple of animated episodes on this. I think this is one of the earlier ones that they put animated episodes to. Very well done. Nice lot of extras and a very good story. The Crotons. Can't remember much about this. Pretty much standard fare, I think. Good set of extras. Getting towards the end of his tenure there. Seeds of Death special edition. Another 2-discer. Another brilliant set. Got the Ice Warriors back. And it is a very good story. Love that. A very good release. And probably one of the most important stories in Doctor Who, the War Games. This is a 10-parter, 3-disc special edition. This, I really love this. This was one that I had to get on release. A fantastic story, very well done, and introduces the Time Lords as a concept. So a very important story. It's the end of Troughton's era, and he gets banished to Earth, and this is a must-see for any Doctor Who fan, really. It's a very good story. Love it. A very good release. And that ends the Patrick Troughton era of the Second Doctor. Having been banished to Earth, the Doctor appears as a new man, as Jon Pertwee. Not only that, but he's gone from black and white to colour. And the first story, Spearheaded from Space, introduces the Autons. It's all shot on 16mm colour film. And it's not a bad story. It introduces a new companion. Quite a good set, this one. Yeah, well worth checking out because it's the first Jon Pertwee story. Next we have the Ambassadors of Death. 2-disc set this, pretty good. Bit slow this story, I think. Good set of extras, not a bad story though. And well worth checking out. Next up, Infernal Special Edition 2-disc set. I did like this story. Very good with the alternate universe. Really well done. I really enjoyed this story. And again, special edition with the improved picture and sound quality. Very good. Next up, Mind of Evil. Again, featuring, as you can see, the Master and Joe Grant. Another 2-disc set here. Good set of extras. In the first season, they introduced the Master, but unfortunately he turned up in every story, so it was a bit like, oh, who's behind this? Oh, it's the Master. Next up, Claws of Access Special Edition, another 2-disc set. Very good. Really quite enjoyed this story. Very 70s. Well worth watching. Day of the Dark. I get confused on some of these. This one has got enhanced CGI effects, I think. Yeah, special edition. It's an okay story. It's not brilliant. It's not too bad. There are worse stories there. A 2-disc set and the 10th anniversary special edition, The Three Doctors. A pretty good story. I enjoyed this one. Another great release. I think this is a 2-discer. Yep, 2-disc set. Carnival of Monsters. I do remember this one from being young. This is a special edition again, enhanced picture and sound. Another 2-disc one. I actually enjoyed this more as a grown-up than I did as a kid. Very well done. Nice set of extras. Carnival of Monsters. A special edition for the Green Death. Quite a famous story, this one, with the giant maggots, and the last story with Joe Grant, who a lot of people, I'm not a great fan of Joe Grant's. I do find her slightly annoying, but she was a very popular companion. And then we have the Time Warrior, which introduces not only Sarah Jane Smith, perhaps the best companion, but also the Sontarans. This is a great little story, really well done. There are some CGI improved effects in this one. You can choose the original or the CGI, and the CGI really does enhance it. It does make it a bit better, because some of the early effects were pretty ropey. Good story though. And then Death to the Daleks. That's my last Pertwee. It's not the last Pertwee, but it's my last Pertwee. I think it's not the best story out there. There are some good bits in it, but the Daleks seem to be, apart from the fact there only seems to be about 3 of them, they just sort of go a bit bananas. I think one of them loses Sarah Jane Smith, who's had in captivity, blows himself up because he can't face the fact that he's let the hostage go, and it's a bit of an odd one really. And that is the end of the Pertwee era, for me anyway.